Listen carefully. In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to say something that will either trigger you or change you forever. And if it hits you, backhand index pointing right, like the video. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe. Backhand index pointing right and comment. I see it now, because very few people actually understand this. Most people live their entire lives without realizing backhand index pointing right, they are the reason they are being controlled. What if I told you the biggest reason people control your life is not their power, but your self-image? Think about it. The way you see yourself quietly decides how others treat you. And most people have been programmed to see themselves as less important, less powerful, less worthy. And because of that, they get ignored, used, and controlled. But today, you're going to flip that. Part 1, the hidden truth. There's a truth most people never realize. People don't treat you based on who you are. They treat you based on who you believe you are. If you see yourself as weak, you will act weak even without noticing. If you see yourself as someone who needs approval, you will chase validation. And people, they sense this instantly, not consciously, but subconsciously. This is why some people walk into a room and instantly command respect, while others get ignored without saying a word. The difference is not money, not looks, not luck. It's self-perception. Part 2, Machiavelli's core idea. One of the most powerful ideas in Machiavellian thinking is this: perception creates reality. Not truth, not fairness, perception. If people believe you're powerful, you become powerful in their eyes. If people believe you're weak, you lose before you even begin. And here's the twist: that perception starts from you. You are the first person who decides your value. Part 3, why most people lose control. From childhood, you were trained to seek approval. Be nice. Don't argue. Make others happy. And slowly, you learn something dangerous. Backhand index pointing right, your value depends on others. So you start adjusting, changing, hiding your real self just to be accepted. But here's the problem. The more you seek approval, the less people respect you. Because in human psychology, people respect those who don't need validation. Part 4, shift your self-image. Now imagine this. You wake up one day and decide, I am not here to impress anyone. I am not here to beg for attention. I choose my value. Something changes instantly. Your body language changes. Your tone changes. Your energy changes. And people feel it. Not because you said anything, but because you believe something different now. Part 5, the power of detachment. One of the most powerful mental shifts you can make is this: backhand index pointing right, stop needing people. Not emotionally shutting down, but mentally becoming independent. When you don't need someone's approval, you become dangerous, because now you can walk away, and people fear losing what they can't control. Part 6, silent confidence. Real power is quiet. It doesn't beg. It doesn't explain. It doesn't chase. It simply exists. Think about the strongest people you've seen. They don't talk too much. They don't try too hard. They just are. And that's what makes them powerful. Part 7, stop explaining yourself. Weak people explain too much. They justify every decision. They try to make everyone understand them. But powerful people, they don't feel the need to explain, because they understand something important. Backhand index pointing right, not everyone deserves access to your mind. The moment you stop over-explaining, people start taking you more seriously. Part 8, control your emotions. If someone can control your emotions, they control you. Simple. If a few words can trigger you, if someone ignoring you ruins your mood, you're not in control. They are. But when you master your reactions, you become untouchable. Because now, no one can manipulate you easily. Part 9. The art of not caring. There's a different kind of power in not caring too much. Not careless, but selective. You don't react to everything. You don't react to everything. You don't respond to every opinion. You don't chase every opportunity. You choose, and that choice creates power. Part 10. Create your own identity. Most people copy others. They follow trends. They follow opinions. They follow the crowd. But powerful people, they create themselves. They decide who they are, what they believe, what they stand for, and they don't compromise easily. Part 11. Respect over liked. Here's something most people don't want to accept. Backhand index pointing right being liked is easy. Backhand index pointing right being respected is rare. And sometimes you have to choose, because when you try to please everyone, you lose respect. But when you stand firm, you might lose some people, but you gain power. Part 12. Stop seeking validation online. Let's be real. Today's world runs on attention. Likes, comments, views, and slowly, people start measuring their worth based on numbers. But that's a trap, because real power doesn't need validation. It builds silently. Part 13. Think like you matter. This is the shift. Start thinking like you matter. Not in an arrogant way, but in a grounded way. Your time matters. Your energy matters. Your attention matters. And once you truly believe this, you stop wasting yourself on people who don't deserve you. Part 14. Set boundaries. Boundaries are power. Saying no is power. Walking away is power. And most people are afraid of this because they fear losing others. But here's the truth. Backhand index pointing right, the right people respect boundaries. Backhand index pointing right, the wrong people hate them. So when someone reacts badly to your boundaries, you didn't lose them, you exposed them. Part 15. Become hard to read. Another powerful move. Stop revealing everything. Don't share all your plans. Don't expose all your emotions, because mystery creates control. The less people know how to predict you, the harder it is to manipulate you. Part 16. Focus on self-development. Instead of chasing people, start building yourself. Skills, mindset, discipline. Because when you become valuable, you don't chase opportunities, they come to you. Part 17. Walk like you belong. Here's something simple, but powerful. Walk like you belong. Talk like you belong. Act like you belong, even if you don't feel ready yet. Because confidence is not something you wait for, it's something you practice. Part 18. Final shift. At the end of the day, your life changes when your identity changes. Not your situation, not your environment, your identity. Because once you see yourself differently, you behave differently. And once you behave differently, people treat you differently. Outro. Strong impact. So from today, stop seeing yourself as someone who needs approval. Start seeing yourself as someone who chooses. Because the moment you do that, everything changes. Silently, you think people are controlling your life. But what if I told you they're not? What if you're the one giving them permission? Every time you stay silent, when you should speak. Every time you say yes, when you want to say no. Every time you ignore your own value, you teach people one thing. Backhand index pointing right. I am easy to control. And people, they learn fast. Part 2. The invisible signal. You don't need to say anything. People can feel your level, your confidence, your insecurity, your self-worth. It's all visible in your tone, your eyes, your reactions. And once they read you, they decide how to treat you, not based on truth, but based on your energy. Part 3. The harsh truth. Here's something uncomfortable. Backhand index pointing right. People respect strength, not kindness alone. If you're kind but weak, you'll be used. If you're kind but strong, you'll be respected. So the goal is not to become rude. The goal is to become unshakable. Most people are losing because of one thing, their inner voice. I'm not good enough. What will people think? I can't do this. And slowly, this voice becomes your identity. But here's the truth. Backhand index pointing right, that voice is not you. It was given to you by society, by fear. By society, by fear, by past experiences. And you can change it. Part 5. See yourself as high value. Start seeing yourself differently. Not fake confidence. Real internal respect. Walk like your time matters. Talk like your words matter. Think like your presence matters. Because once you believe that, you stop accepting less. Part 6. The power of silence. Not every situation needs a reaction. Not every insult needs a reply. Not every person deserves your attention. Sometimes, silence is the loudest power, because it shows, backhand index pointing right, you're not desperate. Part 7. Stop chasing people. Chasing is weakness. It signals neediness. And neediness kills attraction, kills respect, kills power. Instead, become someone worth chasing. Work on yourself, and let people feel your absence. Part 8. Emotional control. If someone can make you angry easily, you've already lost, because now they control your state. But when you stay calm, even in chaos, you become unpredictable. And unpredictable people are powerful. Part 9. Detachment mindset. Care, but don't depend. Love, but don't lose yourself. Respect, but don't lower your standards. This balance is what makes you dangerous. Part 10. Don't explain everything. You don't owe everyone an explanation. Stop over-justifying. Stop oversharing. Because the more you explain, the weaker you look. Powerful people move in silence. Part 11. Become hard to read. Don't reveal all your emotions. Don't show all your plans. Don't make yourself predictable. Because when people can't figure you out, they respect you more. Part 12. Set limits. Say no. Walk away. End conversations. Not aggressively, but confidently. Because boundaries create respect. Part 13. Focus on growth. Instead of thinking, how do I impress people? Start thinking, how do I improve myself? Because when you level up, everything changes. Part 14. Stop seeking approval. Approval is addictive and dangerous, because once you depend on it, you lose control. Instead, approve yourself. Part 15. Build inner power. Real power is internal. Not money, not followers, not status. It's your ability to stay calm, to stay focused, to stay independent, no matter what. Part 16. Change your identity. You don't need a new life. You need a new identity. Start seeing yourself as confident, independent, in control, and your life will follow. Part 17. Final truth. The world treats you the way you train it to treat you. So if you accept disrespect, you'll get more of it. If you demand respect, you'll start receiving it. So from today, change how you see yourself. because that one shift changes everything. If this hit you, backhand index pointing right, like the video. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe. Backhand index pointing right and comment. I'm changing, because very few people actually have the courage to become powerful.